Alright, I'm gonna do a one take update video. We've been driving for 3 days. We just drove from Texas into Colorado yesterday. We're in Montrose, Colorado. We are completely surrounded by mountains. Driving from Texas into Colorado was one of the most beautiful scenic trips that I've ever taken. Didn't really have too much difficulty with the Jeep. Some of the grades were really steep, so it wind out, but a lot of that I think is because of the rock basher, the AFE rock basher exhaust is a lot louder, so it doesn't. And we're about to roll over 100,000 miles on it. And the only thing that's happened with the motor was we replaced the cams and the rocker arms because I ended up with a tick at 90,000 miles. So I have 10,000 miles on that. Some of the new things that I've done and haven't tested that we will be testing tomorrow, and I will post a video from the trail or of the trail tomorrow once I get to test everything, is I put spacers on the front and rear, 1.75 inch spacers. Last night I came with a bunch of jobs because I couldn't get everything finished before we left. Actually, the Friday before we left, I was over at Wayne's and we were installing these limit straps. So I got these TMR custom limit straps, and we welded the TMR tabs to the frame, and they welded the clevises to the control arms. So when we were getting here, my bump stop basically sat on this plate that we welded onto the old shock tower. So these are the moto belt bump stop, our locked mount weld in. So and this is a 4x4 piece of angle iron I would install if you want to put these in the rear, but because of my tools and spare tire, my springs were completely collapsed, so I was really worried that I damaged them on the way up. I did make some on the fly adjustments to try to keep them from getting destroyed, but I wasn't able to really look at them until we got here. And luckily, everything's kind of worked out there. Just went to the car wash because it was completely covered in bugs. So I don't know if that's really a problem, but that's something that happened. We brought the dog with us. She did really good on the ride. I mean, the trip was pretty uneventful. It was across 2 time zones, so we gained some time. So I think it was it made getting here a little bit easier. Tomorrow it was the first time that I'm going to be testing all this on the trail. So it's the first time that the coilovers, the Rock Krawler coilovers, the bump stops, the SwayLOC. I just installed the next fender liners. I had to cut it around my compressor mount, so that's why they're not painted. Last night I drilled the last frame mount here for the fender, so I could get the fender liner stable in case I hit anything on the trail. It'll be the first test for me of the next venture skid plate system. Of course, the limit straps I got to be adjustable, so if I have to make any changes. Another big change is I put this Adams 1350 drive shaft in the back. The pinion angles with the lift were kind of sketchy, so I didn't want to take a chance with it. As you can see, Adams puts a spacer here, so you get a little bit more drop, and then you have this part here that keeps the pinion angle correct, so you have a little bit of flexibility there. This part actually locks into this, so you don't have any chance of this like falling out or hitting anything. Yeah, so I'm really happy. Yeah, so I'm really happy with that. That was one of the last minute additions, just because once I got it on the ramp, I was worried about the pinion angle. So we got the TMR Custom limit straps. We've got the locked bump stops in the rear. We have the Adams 1350 drive shaft front and rear. I wrapped all my wires in this telephone cord type material just to hold my wheel sensors to my brake lines, so they'll stay out of the way. Like I said, all of these, I have install videos for all of these, but they will find a company that makes an extension for the wheel sensors, so that we get another 10 to 12 inches out of the backpack there, because that one was really short. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of untested, basically everything's untested. So I've got a couple of things that I'm going to do today. The group we're with hasn't made it yet, but they're on their way. So I'm going to diagnose an air leak I have. And yeah, I just have a few things to button up, but we'll definitely be on the trail tomorrow testing everything out. If you haven't subscribed yet, but you're interested in the install videos, I should be able to work on those when we get back, because I've got most of this stuff done on the Jeep. So if you haven't already, like and subscribe.